Hey, what's happening, everybody? Just wanted to come on here and give you guys an update on what we've been up to, where we've been, and what's going on with the race team. And also, we're going to catch up with Double D, so stay tuned. Coming up next.
Hi, I'm Billy Dietrich, sprint car mechanic and driver. I've been around racing my whole life, and it's pretty much all I know. We created this channel to share the good and the bad and everything in between. Our crew may not be the most experienced or professional, but we get it done and we have a good time doing it. We'll show you what it's really like racing weekly at some of the best tracks in central Pennsylvania. I'm also going to share some sprint car tutorials, mechanics, and parts, and whatever else I feel like. So like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. Enjoy the ride. Yeah, boy.
Okay, so I know everybody's been asking where we've been, what's going on. We haven't posted in quite a while, and there's several reasons for that. So, we're in the shop right now. I just want to give everybody an update as to what's been going on up to this point. And if you've been following along with our season up till now, you'll know that things have been less than desirable. Let's just put it that way. We've been multiple crashes and upside down and tore up several different cars. So I thought maybe, we'd come on here and just give everybody a little bit of an update as to what is currently going on with me personally and then the race team as well. So we'll start out with that. We were in four crashes this year. And the last two were pretty hard. They were pretty hard landings. If you stay tuned to the videos, you're going to see them all. Maybe even before you see this video, you'll see one of them and then one to follow. So the Clinton County wreck was pretty hard. The car slammed down on the track. The track was relatively a hard surface. And when it did that, it slammed down pretty square on the bottom rails of the car. The car sustained a lot of damage to the chassis itself. And also, I sustained some damage as well. Nothing was broken, but when the impact was so hard, it kind of like gave me, I would say, like severe whiplash, and kind of just pulled my muscles out of line. So after that incident, I did spend some time going to my chiropractor, Dr. Jason, and he was kind of getting me in tune, getting me back in shape. And then we kind of fast forward. I think we took a weekend off after that, and we moved forward to the next weekend. We put this car together that's behind us, which is the car that we crashed at Lincoln. That got clipped, as you can see here. It's got some frame repairs on it. So after our Lincoln crash with this car, we put our original car back together that we crashed out at PPMS from Western PA Speed Week. We had Dave at Sledgecraft fix it up. So that's the car we crashed at Clinton County. Totaled that frame. The frame was junk. Not a whole lot of damage to the actual bolt-on components, believe it or not, but just a hard impact on the frame rails. Bent the frame over and caused a lot of damage there, so it wasn't fixable. Like I said, we skipped a week, put this car back together. I got myself a little bit of help through Dr. Jason. Had me feeling better. And then we went to Williams Grove on Friday night. We didn't qualify through a heat race. I think we were starting towards the back of the heat for one reason or another.
Steering broke.
Oh, that's right. We had steering problems as a result from the crash at Clinton County, which, I thought the steering was fine, and it turns out it wasn't. It was actually bent in a U, which wasn't visible to the eye, but it felt fine, and it worked fine until we got to race, and then it actually wasn't fine at all. So we ended up changing steering boxes that night, which you'll see in the video. And B main time, we ran the one complete lap, not even a whole lap. We threw the green. We go through 1 and 2 down the backstretch into 3 and 4, and there was a car got crossed up in front of the pack, and we got in a wreck there, and that wreck led to another hard crash, which really wasn't a hard impact as far as flipping, but the crash itself was a hard impact on the ground. So after the crash, I knew right away that my neck, this area here, was uncomfortable. I got out of the car right away. Danny come over and checked on me, and some other guys there. You'll see in the video, the car just kind of got up on its nose and just literally just just flat right down, didn't bend the wings, didn't even flip the whole way over, but when it impacted the ground, just square on the back of the car, bottom frame rails, and instantly I had some discomfort, and I knew I was, I wouldn't want to say I was injured. I didn't feel like anything was broke, but I could tell I stretched everything out. So, that was on a Friday. Turn around on Monday, I went and got a hold of Dr. Jason, went down there and did some x-rays on me, x-rayed my neck and my back, and everything was fine as far as nothing was broke, which was a little bit of a concern. Anytime you take an impact like that, you don't want to, it happens a lot. Guys get compression fractures or they break their necks and stuff like that. So thankfully nothing was broke, but at the same time, your neck's got a curvature, this way, front to back, and I didn't have that. And I was also, instead of being straight up and down, my neck was pulled to my right side. And then in turn, that, affects all your muscles on your left side, and including your ribs and all that stuff. So, that was at the end of August, and this is now October. So basically, it's just say 2 months-ish. It took me going there and him working on me. The original problem was I was swelled up from all the muscle damage, and I guess you could call it severe whiplash. So once we got that all to kind of, go down and relax and whatever, he was able to finally get me moved back in place. And, I'm way better. I'm saying I'm probably 80% compared to where I was as of today. Still a couple of ribs up here that are bothering me to go out here. But we're getting there. And I also had kind of like twisted my hip during that too, kind of pulled my hip around sideways, so my hip was hurting. So I kind of had it on both ends. I had it on the neck up here and my shoulder and my hip. So he's getting me a lot better. Big shout out to him. He's been working with me, taking his time. I was going there 2 days a week. He was, if you've ever been to the chiropractor, they move you around. And he had to get kind of aggressive with me to get stuff back in place and then, keep it in place. I was doing a water bottle exercise behind my neck to try and get the curve back in my neck and stuff like that. So it's all working. We're getting there. And there for a while, he said no racing. We had the car pretty much ready. The car really didn't sustain any damage. We bent a couple radius rods up here when the car got on its nose, but that was it. I checked everything else out. Everything was square, and no, like I said, didn't bend the wings, nothing. So wasn't really any damage to the car, just when it slammed down so hard. So we got the car ready to go, and then Dr. J said, nah, you need some time to let your muscles heal, which he was right. You didn't want to get me healing, and then all these muscles were stretched and inflamed, and, something silly happens, you get another crash, take another impact, and you're back to square one or even worse. So at that point in time, we decided, not to race. And then as he was getting me better, we talked about it a little more as the season's winding down. Just wasn't a good idea, just let things heal. There ain't many races left, get 100%. And so we decided that's what we're going to do and just, take the rest of the season off. All right, so I just wanted to share with everybody something we did back in the spring. And if you haven't already, we got a video on the seat insert. Chris Frank came over here to the shop, had a video. We did this video. Heather, did all the ins and outs of the seat insert, and Chris went along step by step. So had this in the car. I'm just going to say that definitely was a big help. It's made for an impact just like that when the car comes square down on the rear wheels. So I'm very thankful to have that. Thanks to Chris for helping us with that, getting it installed just for cases like that. So can't hurt nothing for sure. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. The seat insert video. And just times like that, I'm glad to have it for sure. All right, so something else we did since this happened, and I'd already kind of been looking into this, but we didn't pull the trigger. It's a company that makes this, it's a chasm system. Basically what this is, it's an absorption of impact on your seat, on your body. So we actually became a dealer for this here at Rakeshore New and Used Parts Warehouse, and we're going to show you the whole system here. But for now, I'm just going to show you the back of it here. We got it in the car. This is the top pieces on the top of the seat, and there's more to it on the bottom of the seat. But, when we thought maybe I was going to be able to race before we pulled the plug on the season, we decided to pull the trigger on that and get it. So shout out to Bob for helping us out with that. And basically what it does is it's just another added layer of protection and an impact just like that kind of absorb some of the impact to take the load off of your neck, your spine. So, I'm excited to have that. Feel like I got really lucky, like I said earlier. So we're going to show you the whole system. We've got it upstairs in the warehouse. Danny's got a whole spread up there, but that's one upgrade we've done to try and protect ourselves in the case we get in an incident like this again. So we're always trying to think about being safer as much as we can because we only got one body, and I feel like mine's getting a little beat up. Okay, so we're over here. Double D's in the warehouse working on some parts. He's got some stuff going on here, but we wanted to catch up with Double D for a minute. Danny, tell everybody how your season's going. Just kind of everybody wrap up on my season. I know you're not done yet for the year, but how's it been going?
It's good. It could be better. Ever since like Speed Week, it's kind of slowed down, but competition has changed. Going on the road to Knoxville, Outlaws come to town, high limiter here. It's just competition gets a lot harder, so to get the same results is a little harder. So. It's still been a good year. Not really any complaining. Just need to finish off strong like I feel like we normally do. And cap off a good year with a win or two, hopefully.
So you had a big weekend at Port Royal earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Talk about that for a second because it was pretty awesome.
It was pretty awesome. I mean, the best of the best were there. You're missing I would say 6 or 7 Outlaws that I feel like could possibly win. But not really. Logan and Gravel were there, so even they were there. So you miss Donnie and Carson and a couple other guys, but that's about it. It was pretty cool to win such a big event, not just a race event. Being friends with Todd Weichert and the Weichert family, that made it even more special.
So Danny won the Bob Weichert Memorial at Port Royal. It was a high limit race and paid
$75,000.
$75,000.
So here's a question everybody will have. Did you make a big purchase or did you save the money?
Hell, I don't even get paid to race.
You have to ask Gary. He's probably buying a new
we
motor.
might buy a new engine.
New engine. There you go. So, that's pretty awesome. Last week, the Outlaws were here. They were here for 2 weeks in a row. We're not going to need to talk about Williams Grove. That's a waste. But Lincoln was good for you.
Yeah. Time better than the Grove. Still not good, but better than the Grove. Just got ourselves, far enough forward in the feature to make the night worthwhile. Just started 14th, which is about, twice as good as we've been against the Outlaws, the Grove. Just need to get better at time trial. I think we need to work on getting our program to run better. I don't know that the car is very bad, but at the Grove, our engine package is something's off. Something's either wrong or something's off, and we've got plans this winter to head to Angler and go to the chassis dyno and try and work out the bugs and see if is it me or we're going to make big gains at the chassis dyno. Hopefully we make big gains at the chassis dyno.
Yeah, so a couple tenths is all it takes to be from, say, top 10 to 30th.
Yeah.
Or worse. So,
two tenths is a ton.
It's a ton. It's not much, but it's a ton.
For anybody that thinks that time trial is easy, if you think 2 tenths ain't that much, go get a stopwatch and try and double tap it within 2 tenths. You're not going to do it. As fast as you can click that button twice, it's not that much. It's like 4 or 5 car lengths on the racetrack.
Let that sink in for a second. But we think you're doing a good job. I'm proud of you. We hit on something next door about the chasm seat system. We are going to do a whole video on that, but just to give everybody a little insight, because I know you're going to want to know in the comments. So we got it in here. We're going to sell it. It's going to be in stock here at RUPW.
We have all 3 styles.
So tell everybody what the styles are.
So we got, this here would be like the standard style. Mount for the frame is going to be spaced off a little bit for your seat, off the back of the A.
It's like what we showed you on my car.
No, similar. This is Bill has similar to this, but he has a 0 clearance. So Bill's mounts straight down. This one here is out this way. So this would be the standard. They make a 0 clearance, which is what you've seen on Bill's car. And they make a weld-in style, which takes the same same here, but the bar underneath the seat is welded in, or not the bar, but the
mount.
The mount is welded in, and there's 3 different styles. Depends how you want to do it. The cheapest one is to weld the plates in and weld the mounts in. They get more expensive. The zero tolerance, which has a bigger, this piece here is essentially bigger.
The upper piece.
Yep, it becomes more expensive. It's just a bigger chunk of metal. But there's $100 difference between each one of them, I think it is. So I'm going to try and get it in my car. We're facing some situations, I'm tall. Thought for sure I was going to be able to get it in. Now I'm a little hesitant as we'll be able to get it in and without giving up performance. So, raising somebody like myself a ½ inch isn't very good. So I'm going to try like hell to get it in. I need to get it in, but there's always that risk versus reward. You got to figure out. There's got to be
the gain versus the performance. It's all of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hired to perform, and we don't want to give up performance in a sense. Not too much. A little bit isn't bad, but moving your body weight up definitely isn't good for a sprint car.
Yeah. So just to clarify a little bit what Danny's saying, there's 3 different styles. The weld-in is a whole separate thing. This is a bolt-in system, which is what you're going to see in the video when we do it. One plus the bolt-in is it is unboltable, so you can take it out, put it in another car, crash your car. You need one system. Where if you have a weld-in, you got to weld it in. There's different kinds of. I'm gonna say your weight is gonna vary as far as the pucks that go inside here, and we'll cover all that in the video.
Pucks are high density foam, and the density is based upon your weight.
Yeah.
The little driver needs lighter foam. Heavier driver needs thicker, heavier foam. So
yeah. So that's something new we got going on in the warehouse. Just wanted to share with everybody real quick. Like I said, always stuff going on here at RUPW. Got any questions? Give us a call about it. We got them in stock. So.
We will be the only ones, I think, in Pennsylvania stocking these and selling these for sprint cars.
There you go.
I think that is an agreement we reached with Chasm, and I don't think anybody in this area is going to be selling them. If you want to come here and get them, we're also a little bit cheaper than what they are online. Just trying to kind of get people into them and get them going through us for them. So you can go to Chasm. You're going to pay just a whisker more, not much. We're just trying to get people in these and kind of make people knowledgeable as far as how to put them in correctly.
Yeah, can't put a price on safety. All right, so season's winding down. There are a handful of big shows left, Danny. So I know one of them's coming up this weekend, actually.
Yeah, we're going to Lincoln, Final 50. I think it's 20 grand to win if you can lead at halfway and lead and win the thing. So 20 grand to win on the line. Then I think every race after that's worth 10 grand, I think.
Yeah, it goes back to the Lincoln one. York Excavating putting up some money.
York Excavating, yeah, my sponsor of mine, and he's sponsoring, I think, the midway part of the race. He put up the money for the middle of the race there. So, you need any excavating done?
Hit him up.
Don't have to be a big job. They do home improvement stuff too. Small jobs work. So, but yeah, it's a big race Saturday. It's not a weekend. It's just a race. So it's kind of nice to have a 1 day in, 1 day out. Big paying race. Appreciate the racetracks doing this. Baps is getting ready to have a 10,000 win race. Bridgeport after that, first week of November after Halloween. That's a race that I'm going to take part in as far as promoting. So make sure you come to that. And then back to Baps again for, I think it's another 10,000 win.
Final showdown, they call it. So
yeah.
Bridgeport, I know you got a big part in that. Is it a 2-day show, 1 day show? What's going on there?
So it's a 1 day 410 race. The day before isn't a full blown race. It's kind of a show up. You're going to practice. There's 2 sessions at a time. The fastest guy of each session is locked into the first 2 spots outside the dash draw on Saturday. And then there's also a non-winners race that pays $1,000 to win. So you can come down, get some laps. If you haven't won a race this year in a 410, waiting 410, and you can get in a non-winners race. Who knows? Maybe take home $1,000 on Friday night for a good night of practice in a sense.
So if you're a fan, you come down Friday night, you can watch practice, and you also get to see this non-winners race. So
there's also wingless New England Sprint or New Egypt Sprint series is there. New sprints are there, and I think 4 cylinders.
Yeah.
So it's It's 4 cylinders. So there's a race going on. You can get to watch sprint cars, and you never know what you might see. But Saturday's a big event, big race.
What time's the Saturday? And if you can't make it to the track, if you live out of state, is it going to be televised?
Yes. So it'll be televised on, I'm not sure if it's Dirt Track Digest.
Yep.
Or Sprint Car Unlimited. It's one or the other. I'm not sure which one they're using for that. They're kind of working together on that. But it'll be available, I think, for $35, which split it with your buddies. Sure beats you driving all the way there if you don't want to go there. Saturday starts at 3 o'clock for warm-ups. Try and get people in and out of there by 6 o'clock. Go get dinner. Go downtown Philly. Go watch the World Series.
Go to Atlantic City. Is it the only 410 wing sprint car race in New Jersey?
Sir. This year.
So Dirty Jersey
finale.
So come to Bridgeport.
Bring your friends.
Bring your friends, or log online and check it out. You can go to Bridgeport's probably Facebook page. There'll probably have details on there as far as who's carrying the coverage, right?
Yep, and I'll have it on my Facebook page. Trying to build it up. It's starting a little this year. They've been doing it and been losing money. So I stepped in. I'm going to try and help them promote it, change some things, make it better, try and build it up for years to come.
So we've got a little Double D, Doug Rose promotions going on at Bridgeport November 1st and 2nd.
Yep.
Stay tuned. Come out and watch it. Okay, well, that's the update. What's going on with me, what's going on with Dan. Dan's got a lot of cool stuff going on, so I'm excited for that. I like to see him do good at the end of the year here, too. Maybe pick off a couple wins. He always does good at Baps and Lincoln. And he's got the big race at Bridgeport coming up. So, some people have asked about World Finals in Charlotte. Obviously, we're not going there to race. I don't believe Danny is either. So that's that. Now, we are currently working on 2025 already, even though it doesn't really look like it here with everything we got going on. But I do have some stuff in the pipeline we're working on chassis-wise. We're going to get rid of this red frame. That's out, and so is the yellow. So we're working on that. We also do have, just want to throw this out there a while, some marketing opportunities on the car for 2025. So if you're out there, you're watching, you're interested, somebody might want to get involved with the team, by all means, get a hold of us. You can get a hold of us on our Facebook page or on here. You can just send us a message on our YouTube channel in the comments below, and we can discuss something there. So that's what's going on. I just want to say I appreciate everybody out there watching. I know it's been a while. We've been getting a lot of comments about that, but we didn't go anywhere. We're still here. Going to be tearing into this real soon. And I also want to say thank you to everyone who purchases the merch this year. And, all the comments are great. So don't forget to subscribe. We're over 10,000, which is great. But it'd be great to get up to 11,000 or more. So subscribe, comment below. Let us know what you got going on. And more updates coming. We're going to have some tutorial videos coming up too. And stay tuned. See you next time.